when we got the news that Joe Biden won, Van Jones was on CNN, and he cried. He cried. I want to show you that video, then I have a lot to say about it.
Van, what are your thoughts?
It's well, it's easier to be a parent this morning. It's easier to be a dad. It's easier to tell your kids character matters. It matters. Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters. And it's easier for a whole lot of people. If you're Muslim in this country, you don't have to worry if the president doesn't want you here. If you're an immigrant, you don't have to worry if the president's going to be happy to have babies snatched away or send dreamers back for no reason. This is vindication for a lot of people who have really suffered. You know, I can't breathe. You know, that wasn't just George Floyd. That was a lot of people that felt that they couldn't breathe. Every day you're waking up and you're getting these tweets and you just don't know. And you're going to the store and people who have been afraid to show their racism are getting nastier and nastier to you. And you're worried about your kids and you're worried about your sister. And can she just go to Walmart and get back into her car without somebody saying something to her? And you spent so much of your life energy just trying to hold it together. And this is a big deal for us just to be able to get some peace and have a chance for a reset. And the character of the country matters. And being a good man matters. You know, I just want my sons to look at this. Look at this. You know, it's easy to do it the cheap way and get away with stuff, but it comes back around.
I don't want to be too much of an ass here. I'm probably going to, but I don't want to be too much of an ass here. So here's the thing. Did I feel a sense of relief when Donald Trump lost? I did. And in fact, I felt more of a relief than I thought I would. I really thought, like, I'm totally dead inside. Whatever happens, I'm going to be like, this is dumb. Good things aren't going to happen no matter what. That's what I thought I would feel like. But no, when Trump lost, I did get this sense of, yeah, it is true that the greater evil is on the way out here. Biden's still evil, but I do think Trump is a greater evil. And if you go through their entire policy agenda, I think that's pretty clear. So I did have a little bit of a sense of relief. So I'm not going after him for feeling that sense of relief. Because again, I kind of agree with that sense of relief. My issue is crying. Like, this is not, let's not pretend like this is anything more than the greater evil lost, but this new guy is still immensely evil. Let's not pretend that Biden is better than he is, which leads me to where I'm going to be a dick, which is I'm going to dissect the points he made. He starts out by saying character matters, telling the truth matters. Character matters, telling the truth matters. Joe Biden is a proven liar. That's not saying Trump isn't. Of course Trump is as well. But guys, even during the campaign, he lied about, going to see Mandela or something. Remember that? And this was right before a state with a giant black population voted. When he was out of the race, when he lost the race, the primary, in the late 1980s, there was a big scandal about how he lied about every aspect of his record. He lied about, I finished in the top of my class, I have this number of degrees, and then people went and tracked down, they were like, none of that is true. You didn't finish in the top of your class, you finished near the bottom of your class. You don't have the degrees that you say you have. Very famously, he was plagiarizing quite a bit. That's a form of lying, right? I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world, but it's a form of lying. But beyond that, the character matters stuff. Why are you acting like he didn't support the crime bill and the bankruptcy bill and the Iraq war? You can't say he's a man of good character. You could say he has maybe better character than Trump. That's fair. You can't say he's a man of good character. He's just not. See, this is what I'm gonna hate throughout the Biden years. They're gonna make him seem like he's better than he is, and that's just dishonest. That's either ignorant or dishonest. If I'm being kind, I give you the benefit of the doubt and I say ignorant. Then he goes on, if you're Muslim, you don't have to worry anymore. He voted for the Iraq war. He supports the drone war that Obama was waging when he was the vice president. You know, why are we acting like he didn't help continue these wars? He did. He did. Yeah, they're going to roll back the Muslim ban in terms of, you know, them coming in the country. True. But don't gloss over, don't act like, oh, now Muslims have nothing to worry about. Nonsense. Nonsense. And then he goes on to say, oh, if you're an immigrant now, this is a lot better for you. Obama and Biden deported more people than Donald Trump. That's a fact. Now, it is true that about 90% of the people that they deported had a criminal record, so you could argue that that's a more reasonable standard, where Trump's standard is not as reasonable. That's fair. But Obama was called the deporter-in-chief, and Joe Biden was his vice president. Does he get no strikes against him for this? That he was part of an administration that really broke the record for deportations? Now, again, Biden will be better when it comes to Dreamers, for example. Good, I'll give him credit there. He deserves credit there. But they take it too far. They take it too far. They act like he's better than he is. He says being a good man matters. He's an establishment politician. He's a swamp creature. Yes, you could say he's a lesser evil. If you go through the records with a fine-tooth comb, I do believe that he's going to do less damage than Trump overall. But don't feed me this line of bullshit. Yes, I felt the sense of relief too, but it was quickly tempered by the fact that I know Joe Biden's record. I know how he's going to govern. He's going to be a neoliberal corporatist. He's going to be somewhat hawkish on foreign policy. The extent, who knows the exact extent? It might vary. You know, it could be, in some instances, it could be better than Trump. In some instances, it could be worse than Trump, like with North Korea. But don't feed me a plate of shit and tell me it's a delicious fudge brownie. It's not. And so I do think the waterworks are a little over the top. Is this completely sincere? I don't know. You tell me. Is this like totally organic, or did he go into this segment like, all right, let me really turn on the acting skills just a little bit and oversell this? I don't know. I don't want to be too much of an asshole and pound the gavel. I know that's becoming a thing now, me saying pound the gavel. I don't want to pound the gavel and be like, he faked it. But at the same time, I mean, if this is sincere, that's almost worse. Because it's not, this is very distinctly not the 2008 feel. I was young. I remember that's the first time I voted in an election. 2008. Voted for Barack Obama over John McCain and Sarah Palin. And everybody felt a real sense of like, oh my God, we might actually change things for the better. We thought we were getting the new FDR. Instead, we got the new Bill Clinton. But on that day, we felt like, oh my God, he's going to end the war. He's going to do all these great things. With Biden, there is no hope for like, oh, here are the great things he's going to do. It's more like, oh my God, thank God, Trump is not going to nuke Botswana. Like, that was the feeling. So anyway, don't buy into it when they oversell how great Biden is going to be. It's simply not true.